Yes, yes, good evening students. So in the last class we discussed about chemical bonding, continuation of the topic of that chemical bonding. Listen the questions carefully, Nana. So you write the answer as it is, you get full marks, Nana. Write the, listen the concept carefully while I am explaining. You write my answer as it is, definitely you got the full marks, okay? And this is the one of the boost up concept to you, okay? Just like a revision. So what are electron deficient compounds? Explain why BF3 is a recess. Simple statement. First, how you write electron deficient compound? See, electron deficient compound means the compound which accept the compound which accepts the electron pair. Tell me what I am saying. The compound which accepts the electron pair is called electron deficient compound due to presence of what? Due to presence of the vacant orbitals. What I am saying? Due to presence of what, students? Vacant orbitals. So, if any compound have the presence of the vacant orbitals, that acts as what? Electron pair acceptor is called electron deficient compounds. Understood, students? Very good. Now, why BF3 acts as a Lewis acid? Simple logic. Actually, in the BF3, we take the example of BF3. BF3 example of the sp2 hybridization. In BF3, the hybridization is sp2. The hybridization sp2 is there. Now, what is vacant? 2pz orbital is vacant. Because of the 2pz orbital is vacant, now the 2pz orbital is the vacant. This vacant orbital accommodate what? Accommodate 2 electrons. That's why BF3 acts like a Lewis acid. Acts like a what, Nana? Lewis acid. Simple logic I am saying. Because in BF3, the hybridization of the boron is sp2. Because the hybridization of the boron is sp2, the 2pz orbital is vacant. As 2pz orbital is vacant, electron pair is accepted. Simple statement like that. Now see the next one. So what is solubility product? Explain the common ion effect on the solubility of the ionic salts. Simple logic. Simple statement. So how you define the solubility product? Simple statement. Symbol of the solubility product is KSP. KSP defined as okay, it is the product of concentration of KSP defined as product of concentrations of ions in the aqueous state, product of concentration of the ions in the aqueous state whose number of moles raised as powers in the saturated solution. You know what I am saying? In the saturated solution of sparingly. What is the meaning of sparingly? Partially. In the saturated solution of sparingly soluble salt. In the saturated solution of the sparingly soluble salts. This is the statement of what? KSP. Simple statement, students, no confusion. What I am saying? Product of the concentration of the ions in the aqueous state, whose number of moles of ions raised as the powers in the saturated solution of the sparingly soluble salts. Simple statement, repeat once again, Nana. KSP defined as product means what? Multiplication of the concentration of the ions. Ions means cations and anions in aqueous state, whose number of moles raised as the powers in the saturated solution of the what? Sparingly soluble salt. For that, I will give an example. See, for example, you take the example of PbI2 aqueous solution. So, is the example of sparingly soluble salt. Because the sparingly soluble, you get a equilibrium symbol. What you got? Equilibrium symbol. Below lead, 1 is there. That means you get 1 mole of the Pb plus 2 aqueous ion. Below I, what is there? 2 is there. 2 moles of the I minus aqueous. Now, what is the solubility of the Pb plus 2 ion? That is What is the solubility of the I minus ions? 2s. Understood what I am saying? So solubility of the Pu plus 2 ion is S. Solubility of the I minus ion is what? 2s. Therefore, what you write? Ksp is equal to concentration of the Pb plus 2 whole power 1 concentration of the I minus ions whole square. Clear what I am saying? Therefore, from that, what is the solubility of Pu plus 2? Yes. What is the solubility of the I minus 2s whole square? So, from that we get 4s cube. Therefore, Ksp of the salt solution is equal to, you write as a 4s cube. So, you write the statement like that and you write like this, you get full marks. It's the 4 marks question, Anna. You write the statement like that and do the derivation to this like that, you get the answer full marks. Ksp is equal to 4s cube. Simple logic, no confusion. And what is the next point is given? So explain the common ion effect on the solubility of the ionic salts. Simple logic. For example, take this example of the ion, or you take, for example, Nana, solubility of AgCl, check in the NaCl. Solubility of AgCl aqueous solution. What I am saying? Solubility of what? Solubility of what you are asking, Nana? Watch Sesistar Chaudhary. I don't understand you are saying. ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ఆన్సర్ చేయండి ప్లీజ్. ఆన్సర్ చేయండి. నాకు ఫస్ట్ కౌన్సిలింగ్లో మార్సీలో సిఎస్సి వచ్చింది, సెకండ్ కౌన్సిలింగ్లోకి వెళ్ళాలా? ఎస్, నో ప్రాబ్లం అన్న, బికాస్ మార్సీ ఆల్సో ఇస్ గుడ్ కాలేజ్. బెటర్ టు కీప్ ద ఫర్ సెకండ్ కౌన్సిలింగ్, no problem. For example, when compared to that Martin, you go to the better college, so you go for the second counseling. No problem. Marcy also one of the nice colleges for CSC, right, Nana? You go for second counseling. If you get the better college compared to the Marcy, no problem. For example, you get Vignan Jyoti like that. Now, what's your rank? First, you tell me, Chaudhary. What's the rank you? Sharad, what is the rank you got? You tell me. Now I said. So solubility of AgCl in the what? In the aqueous solution of what? In the aqueous solution of NaCl. NaCl is a what? So completely soluble salt. Okay. Yes, Sarath. Now better to go for second counseling. Better to go for Nana. Better to go for second counseling. But Matsya also one of the nice college, right, Nana? Very good. Yes. Now take the example of AgCl. AgCl aqueous solution, because AgCl is sparingly soluble, na? You get what? Ag plus aqueous plus Cl minus aqueous, right, Nana? Yes. Yes, Nana. Now dissolve in what? NaCl solution. Now NaCl is what? NaCl solution is 100% ionized. Chaudhary, actually that is nice college Marxi. Keep the like that for Marxi, no problem. NaCl is 100% ionized. What you get? Na plus aqueous plus Cl minus aqueous. Now you tell me, who is the common ion? The common ion is Cl minus. Because of the common ion effect of Cl minus. What I am saying? Because of the common ion effect. Because of the common ion effect of the Cl minus. So the solubility of AgCl further decreases. What I am saying? Solubility of the AgCl salt further decreases. Why the solubility of AgCl salt further decreases? Because the equilibrium going to what? Because the equilibrium going to backside. Why the equilibrium going to backside, students? Simple logic. Because of the common ions. Who is the common ion? Cl minus ions. More repulsions are there on the product side. What I am saying? More repulsions are there on the what side? Product side. That's why. So if the common ions of the strong electrolyte is available, what I am saying? Common ions of the strong electrolytes are available. So the solubility of the HCl further decreases, equilibrium shift to the backside. Therefore, solubility of the salt further decreases. The simple logic, no confusion. Very good, Nana. Anyhow, Sharad, congratulations, Sharad, to you. Yes. How much marks you got in chemistry, Nana, Sharad? Sai Sharad, how many marks in chemistry and physics and maths? Next, see the next question. So, see the next question, Nana. Yes, write a note on what? Common ion effect. The first one is what? Common effect. Next ask about what? Relation between the Ks and solubility of the sparingly soluble salt Yes, support. Yes, already I said. So how you define the common effect? See Nana, the common ion effect defined as the solubility, already I said this point, the solubility of the sparingly soluble salt. So are you right like this? Because for definition you write perfectly Nana. Common effect defined as the dissociation of the weak electrolyte. Excellent statement Nana. Nana, for the statement you write perfectly, get the full marks. Simple logic Nana. Yes Nana. Kitna is clear? Defined as what Kitna? Common effect defined as dissociation of the weak electrolyte further decreases. Dissociation of the weak electrolyte further decreases due to presence of what I am saying, due to presence of common aqueous ions of common ions of strong electrolytic solution. Electrolytic strong electrolytic solution. That is the statement. For the statement you write as it is, you get full marks. Kitna is clear now? The statement is clear. See, repeat the statement once again. Kitna? What is common effect? The dissociation of the weak electrolyte. Dissociation of what? Weak electrolyte further decreases due to presence of what? Common ions of the strong electrolytic solution. That is called common ion effect. Understood? Now ask about what? Relation between the KSP solubility of sparingly soluble salt of the BaSO4. For example, take the example of the barium sulfate aqueous solution. Barium is a heavy metal, that's why sparingly soluble. Equilibrium symbol, you get what? 1 mole of the Ba plus 2 aqueous plus 1 mole of what? SO4 minus 2 aqueous. What is the solubility of Ba plus 2? That is S. What is the solubility of SO4 minus 2? That is S. That means the solubility of the Ba plus 2 what is? S moles of the Ba plus 2, solubility of the SO4 minus 2 are S moles of the SO4 minus 2. Now what you write now? KSP is equal to concentration of the Ba plus 2 whole power 1 you write. Concentration of the SO4 minus 2 whole power 1 you write. Now that is therefore KSP of the salt is equal. Now the solubility of Ba plus 2 is S whole power 1. Solubility of SO4 minus 2 is whole power 1. Therefore KSP is equal S into S square. Therefore root over KSP is equal to what? Solubility of ions. Now the solubility of the ions expressed in what? Expressed in moles per liter. Tell me what I am saying. So solubility of the ions expressed in what, students? Kitna is clear Nana? Root over KSP is equal to solubility of the ions. This is the relation between KSP solubility of the ions with respect to barium sulfate. Right Nana? And go to the next question. See, what is ionic product of the water? What is its value at room temperature? IPE 2 marks question Nana. Is the IPE 2 marks question? See question carefully Nana. So, what is ionic product of water? Simple statement. First you write the equation like this. H2O. Yes, very good Nana. Very good Kitna. Nice response. Nice. H2O is partially dissociated. Gives rise to what Kitna? H plus ions and OH minus ions. You write the equation like that. Now how you define ionic product of water? Just like KSP. So, KW. Symbol of the ionic product of water taken as KW. KW defined as, see, product of concentrations of, product means what? Multiplication. Product of concentrations of H plus ions, OH minus ions of the water at room temperature. So you even know what is room temperature for 25 degrees. 25 degrees means 298 kelvins. That is the statement of the ionic product of the water. Repeat once again. The symbol of the ionic product of water is Kw. Kw is defined as product of the concentrations of the H plus ions and OH minus ions of water at room temperature is called Kw. And what is its value at room temperature? Therefore, Kw of the water at room temperature is equal. Yes, Nana, I am writing in Kelvins the kitna. 25 degrees Celsius converted into Kelvins, we get 298 Kelvins. Kw of the water is equal 10 power minus 14 m square. That is the value of the Kw of the water. Simple statement, no confusion. Right, Nana? See next one. What is homogeneous equilibrium? Write two homogeneous reactions. This question given the IPE 2 marks question nearly 5 times, 6 times, 7 times like that. One of the beautiful nice question. What is homogeneous equilibrium? Simple answer. Write a question like this. Reversible in the reversible reactions, the reactants, products. What I am saying, the reactants and products are in the gaseous state. The reactants and products are in the similar phase. What is the meaning of the similar phase? Reactants and products are exist in the maybe in the same of the solid state, maybe in the same of the liquid state, maybe in the same of the gaseous state, like that. That is the meaning of the similar phase. Maybe in the solid, maybe in the liquid, maybe in the gas, like that. That is the meaning of what? Homogeneous equilibrium. See, in the reversible reaction, the reactants products are in the similar phase with development of equilibrium. With what, Nana? With development of equilibrium. That is the meaning of what? Homogeneous equilibrium. Now, what is given? Write two homogeneous reactions examples. For example, we take the first reaction. Say N2 gas plus 3H2 gas gives rise to what? 2NH3 gas. One of the example of homogeneous reaction. N2 is a gas state, H2 is a gas state, ammonia is a gas state. Take one more example, Nana. See, 2SO2 gas plus O2 gas gives rise to 2SO3 gas. Simple as it. SO3 is a gas state, O3 is a gas state, SO3 is a gas state. Just to write the two examples like that, they are examples of the homogeneous reactions. That means reactants products are in the similar phase. Similar phase means what? Maybe in the gas phase, maybe in the liquid phase, maybe in the solid phase, like that. For example, reactants and products are in the different phases, that is called heterogeneous equilibrium. But the example of heterogeneous equilibrium, CaCO3 solid on heating in a closed vessel, you get what? CaO solid plus CO2 gas. This is the example of what? This is the example of heterogeneous equilibrium. How we know is the example of this heterogeneous equilibrium, students? Simple as it. CaCO in the solid state, CaO in the solid state, but CO2 in the gas. Different phases are there. That's why the example of heterogeneous equilibrium. Understood? Yes, is there. Second one is what? Heterogeneous equilibrium. Simple as it. Reactants and products are in the different phases now in the given reversible reaction. Example, see, CaCO3 solid gives rise to CaO solid plus CO2 gas. Take one more example. Ammonium hydrogen sulfide is a solid. Ammonium hydrogen sulfide solid on heating, what you got? You got ammonia gas plus H2S gas. Understood? Now see, here ammonium hydrogen sulfide is a solid, ammonia is a gas, H2S is a gas. CaCO3 is a solid, solid is a gas. Example of the heterogeneous reaction, that is called heterogeneous equilibrium. That means reactants and products are in the what state? Different states. Understood, Nana? Very good. And see next one. What is defined equilibrium constant? Simple statement. So, at simple IPE 2 marks question, at equilibrium stage of reaction, see, at equilibrium stage of chemical, what I am saying, at equilibrium stage of the chemical reaction, it is the ratio of concentration of products, ratio of concentration of the products to concentration of the reactants. Tell me what I have said. At equilibrium stage of the chemical reaction is the ratio of concentration of products to concentration of the reactants. That is the statement of what equilibrium constant. For example, you take a one generalized reaction, X moles of the A gas plus Y moles of the B gas gives rise to Z moles of the C gas. How you write equilibrium constant? You write the statement like that and you mention one equation. See Nana, in IPE 2 marks question, you want 2 marks out of 2 marks. If any equation is there for that question, better to write that equation. Now the examiner is more impressed. First the examiner correct the 2 marks questions. If the 2 marks questions are perfectly correct, now the 4 marks and 8 marks are overall they are correct. And definitely you got 60 out of the 60. First you give the best impression on the 2 marks question. That's why for the 2 marks question, any statement is there, you write the statement perfectly. If any equation is there, you write that equation. But in the any materials, the equations are not available for the 2 marks question. But on your brain, on your subject, you can develop one equation if any possibility is there for that equation, right? Therefore, Kc is equal to what you write? C power Z by A power X into B power Y. We write like this. This is a generalized equation of the equilibrium constant of the reversible reaction. Understood? Yes, what I am saying, students? At equilibrium stage of the chemical reaction is the ratio of what? Concentration of products by concentration of the reactants. You write a one generalized equation like that. And see next one. So, write relation between Kp comma Kc with example. Yes, first you write the formula. Kp is equal to what you write? Kc into RT whole power delta N in the gas state. What is delta N in the gas state? Np in the gas state minus Nr in the gas state. Yes, you write one example. Yes, you take the example of this reaction. So, N2 gas plus 3H2 gas gives rise to 2NH3 gas. Yes, students. So for the synthesis of the ammonia by Haber's process, you write delta N gas state. 2 moles of the product of the ammonia minus 4 moles of the reactant. That is equal to minus 2. Because this is the 1 mole and this is the what? 3 moles. Understood? Therefore, Kp is equal to Kc RT whole power what you write? RT whole power minus 2. So from that what you write? Kb is equal Kc by RT square. Here students, therefore Kb into RT whole square is equal to Kc. Then what you write? Kc greater than Kp by how many times? RT square times. Tell me how many times? RT square times. Write one example like that. Write one example like that. Understood what I am saying? Please respond. Honor students. Itana, Sharat, okay, you are thanks student. Okay, no problem with you. Okay, and remaining members. Honor students, is clear what I am saying? One example like this. And the next one. Due to chemical equilibrium reactions in which Kp equal to Kc asking. Kp equal to what, Nana? Kc asking. Take the one example. What is the relation you tell me? Kp is equal to Kc. RT whole power delta N in the gas state. What is delta N gas state? You tell me. Np in the gas state minus Nr in the gas state. We take the first example. H2 gas plus I2 gas gives rise to 2HI gas. Not only, what is delta N for this reaction? So delta N for this reaction is what? Delta N gas state is equal to 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. Now for that, Kp is equal to Kc RT whole power 0. Anything above 0 is what? 1. Therefore Kp is equal to Kc. One equation is over. And dissociation of the 2NO gas. 2NO gas gives rise to N2 gas plus O2 gas, right? Again, delta N gas state equal what you get? 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2 is what, Nana? 0. Logic is clear? Very good. Now what you get, brother? Kb is equal to Kc. Rt equal to what? Delta n 0. Anything below 0 is what? 1. That implies Kb is equal to Kc. That implies what? Kb equal to Kc. Simple logic, no confusion. So these are two chemical reactions where Kb is equal to Kc. Understood? Yeah. I write this one. What is conjugated acid base pair? Give one example. Simple logic. See, conjugated acid base pair is defined as, see, conjugated acid base pair is defined as acid base pair which differs by, what I am saying, acid base pair which differed by single H plus ion. You know what I am saying? Differed by single H plus ion. That is the meaning of conjugated acid base pair. Yes, you go for one example. HCl, hydrochloric acid is a acid. What is the meaning of acid? Lose of H plus ion. What is acid? Lose of H plus ion. By lose of H plus ion comes the corresponding Cl minus. The corresponding Cl minus is called what? Conjugated base. Now to this conjugate base, when H plus is added, HCl is forming like that. This is one of the example. Is a 2 marks question? That example is enough. Write one more example, students. So OH minus. So what is acid? Loss of the H plus ion. From the OH minus, by loss of the H plus ion, what you got? You got O minus 2 ion. Understood? So from the OH minus ion of acid, you get what? Conjugated base. Accepted what I am saying? Now to this conjugate base. Again, when H plus ion is added, what happens? When H plus added forms OH minus, like that. So example of the conjugate acid base pair, it forms like that. Repeat once again, students. So the conjugate acid base pair is defined as a acid base pair which differs by a single H plus ion. So the two examples you write, definitely the full 2 marks. It's very easy. And next one. So what is the value of the Kw? Write its units. Yes, what is the formula of the Kw? Is a 2 marks question. Just write the formula. H plus ions concentration into OH minus ions concentration at what? 25 degrees. Yes, you are very well. H plus ions concentration of what 25 degrees is 10 power minus 7 mole per liter into concentration of OH minus ions is what? 10 power minus 7 mole per liter. That equal, both are multiplied, what you get? 10 power minus 14 m into m square at temperature of what? 10 power minus 14 m into m square at temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. That's the value of the Kw. Simple logic, Nana. Our explanation is clear. MD Jain, Nana. My explanation is okay, Nana. MD Jain. My explanation is clear, brother. Kitna, my explanation is clear. Very easy explanation, brother. We are the best faculty for the objective teaching. For your sake of the happiness, for your sake of the convenience. So we explain the 2 marks questions. Both paper. Right, Nana? Yes. And go for next question, Nana. So what are the next question, Nana? All Bronsted bases are Lewis bases. Explain. Yes, Nana. Simple logic. For example, take the example of the Lewis base, OH minus. So the oxygen 2 load base are there. So this is a Lewis base. What is the meaning of Lewis base? Lewis base means electron pair donor which accept H plus ion. What I am saying, which accepts H plus ion. No, Kirtana, that is not correct. BF3 is a Lewis acid. Kirtana, BF3 is a what? Lewis acid. But I am asking their Lewis base, Bujji. So OH minus is a Lewis base. Why is Lewis base? Because O have the lone base with negative charge. Negative charge equal to electrons now. Yes or no? That's why the negative charge is electron pair donor and which accept H plus. That's why this OH minus ion accept the H plus ion and forms H2O. That's why all Lewis bases are Bronsted bases. Take one more example. Take the example of the ammonia. Ammonia has a lone pair. Nitrogen has a what? Lone pair. Because nitrogen has a lone pair is called Lewis base. What is Lewis base, Nana? Electron pair donor. Tell me what is Lewis base? Electron pair donor. Now the nitrogen lone pair which accept what? Which accept H plus ion. Why? Because the lone pair 3 is there and forms what? Ammonium cation. That's why the statement is correct. That's why all Lewis bases are what? All Lewis bases are Bronsted bases, Nana. Understood? Yeah. And see the next question. All Lewis acids are not Bronsted acids. Yes, this statement is also correct. Why the correct? Because see, what is Bronsted acid? The Bronsted acid means H plus ion donor. Tell me, H plus ion donor. H plus ion donor is called Bronsted acid. Understood what I am saying? What is Bronsted acid? H plus ion donor is called Bronsted acid. Clear now? Now take the example of the OH minus. Now the OH minus ion is about H plus donor and forms what? O minus 2 ion. But this O minus 2 ion not acts as Lewis acid. What I am saying? Not acts as Lewis acid. Why the O minus 2 ion is not acts as Lewis acid? Because what is Lewis acid? Electron pair acceptor. In the oxygen have no vacant d orbital. In oxygen have no vacant d orbital. D orbital is absent in the oxygen. That's why it is not a Lewis acid. Understood what I am saying? Because actually the O minus 2 is stabilized by the octet of 8 electrons. How we know? Oxygen system group 6 electrons. Minus 2 means what? 2 electrons produce equal 8 electrons. That's right. So OH minus is a Bronsted acid and forms O minus 2 by loss of H plus ion, but not acts as Lewis acid. What is Lewis acid? Electron pair acceptor. O minus 2 ion not accept electron pair because O minus 2 ion is stabilized by octet. Understand what I am saying, student? Yes. You take one more example. Yes. For your convenience, you do one more example. Take the example of anhydrous ZnCl. The anhydrous ZnCl is a Lewis acid. What is Lewis acid? Electron pair to acceptor. Tell me. Electron pair acceptor. Why? Because of the vacant 3d orbital. In the zinc, what is there? So 3d orbital is vacant. But this ZnCl2 don't lose H plus. Don't lose H plus. Why don't lose H plus? And because ZnCl2 have no hydrogen. Simple statement. ZnCl2 have no hydrogen. So ZnCl2 have no hydrogen. It don't give H plus. What I am saying? ZnCl2 have no hydrogen. That's why it don't give H plus ion. That's why all Lewis acids are not Bronsted acids. That's why the statement is perfectly correct. Understood, Nana Kirtana? MD Jain, understood what I am saying right now? And go for the next example. Then give 2 examples of the salts whose aqueous solutions are basic. Yes, simple examples we take. Example of the sodium acetate salt. Actually, in the sodium acetate salt, the anion of the salt, what I am saying, students, in the sodium acetate salt, the anion part of the salt, strong nature, anion part of the salt, strong nature, right? Whereas cation part of the salt, weak nature. In the given salt, where the ion is stronger, in the given salt, where the ion is stronger, the stronger ion hydrolyze the water. Now in the water, H plus ions are there. The stronger nature of the ion is anion. Now the anion of the CaCO minus combines with H plus ions of the water, and what you get? You get acetic acid aqueous solution plus you got what? OH minus ions. In the solution you get OH minus ion. That's why this is what nature? Basic nature. Okay. And basic nature, what is the evidence for basic nature? Red litmus paper turns to blue color. What is the evidence? Red litmus paper turns to what? In the aqueous solution of the sodium acetate, when you keep the red litmus paper, that turns to what color? That turns to the blue color, and pH of the solution is more than 7. If the solution is what, student? More than 7. Simple logic. Understood what I am saying? And take the second example. Asking about the 2 examples now, because Is a 2 marks question. For this is for 1 mark. Again, you take the one more example. Take the example of the salt sodium chloride. Take the example of salt sodium chloride. In the sodium chloride salt, Na plus F minus. F minus is the stronger anion because why this is stronger anion coming from the weak acid. Na plus is what? Na plus is weak. Why? Because it's coming from the strong base now. That's why the stronger anion of the F minus break the water and forms what? And F minus ions combines with H plus ions, what we get what? HF aqueous solution plus OH minus ions we got. So that is basic nature. pH of the salt solution is greater than 7. So red litmus paper turns to what? Red litmus paper turns to the blue color. Simple logic, no confusion. Right now? Yes. And go to the next question. So next give 2 examples of salts whose aqueous solutions are acidic nature. Yes. Again take the one example. You take the example of the ammonium chloride salt. In ammonium chloride salt, the cation is stronger cation. Because why the cation is stronger? Because coming from what? Coming from the weak base, and Cl minus ion is what? The Cl minus ion is weak. Now, the stronger cation hydrolyzes the water. The stronger cation hydrolyzes the water. Now, the stronger cation NH4 plus react with OH minus ions of the water, and what you got? You got ammonium hydroxide aqueous solution plus you get H plus ions. H plus ions means what? Acidic nature. What is the evidence of acidic nature, students? pH of the solution less than 7. One of the evidence, and one more evidence is what? In the aqueous solution of the ammonium chloride. In the aqueous solution of what? Ammonium chloride. Like if the blue litmus paper, now the blue litmus paper turns to what? The blue litmus paper turns to red color. Tell me what color? Red color. Simple explanation. And take the one more example of the salt. Understood what I am saying, students? Take the one more example of the salt. For example, you take the salt of the zinc sulfate. When zinc sulfate is added to water, here zinc ion is there, Zn plus 2 is there, SO4 minus 2 is there. Now the zinc cation is what? Stronger cation. Why the zinc cation is stronger? Because coming from the weak base of zinc. Yes, Nana. Very good, Nana. Chandra Hasni. Very good, Nana. Copper sulfate also correct. Because Cu plus 2 ion is what? Cu plus 2 ion is the stronger cation coming from the weak base of copper hydroxide, cupric hydroxide. Very good, Buji. Correct, correct. And the anion is weak, right? Now the zinc cation combines what? Water. Water means what? H plus ions are there, OH minus ions are there. You get zinc hydroxide aqueous solution, and you get 2 H plus ions. You get H plus ions, pH is what? pH is less than 7. Again the same explanation. What is the same explanation? Blue litmus paper turns to what color? The blue litmus paper turns to red color. Simple explanation. 2 marks question. Each question carries 1 mark, right? See next question, Anna. So IPE 2 marks question. A simple problem is given like this. Calculate pH of what? 0.05 capital NaOH solution. Simple statement, Anna. Actually, so NaOH is when dissolved in water. NaOH aqueous solution dissolved in water. What you get? You get Na plus aqueous plus OH minus aqueous. Here, how many moles of OH minus ions you get? 1 mole. Therefore, normality of the NaOH is equal to molarity into number of the OH minus ions is 1. So molarity given 5 into 10 power minus 2 into 1. We get 5 into 10 power minus 2. That is the normality of the NaOH. So from that what you get? POH. POH is equal to minus log to the base 10. 5 into 10 power minus 2. Understood? Yes, students. So from that what you get? Minus log to the base 10 5 minus log to the base 10 10 power minus 2. Now what is log 5? Simple logic. Now log 5 value is minus 0.68. This is plus 2. That becomes 1.32. That is the POH. That is the what, students? That is the POH. Now you want pH. Now what you know? pH plus POH is equal to 40 at what? At 25 degrees Celsius. Therefore, pH is equal to 14 minus 1.32. That becomes 13.68. What is the answer? 13.68. pH is more than 7, that is basic. pH is more than 7, that is what, Nana? Basic. Simple logic, no confusion. Repeat once again, Nana. NaOH aqueous solution dissolved in water gives 1 mole of Na plus aqueous, 1 mole of the OH minus. Because on the pH scale, the problems are done in terms of normalities. Because the acid or base added to aqueous solution is ionized. Therefore, normality of NaOH is equal to molarity into number of OH minus ions is 1. Right? So, that's why normality of NaOH is 5 into 10 power minus 2 into 1. pOH equal minus log to the base 10, 5 into 10 power minus 2. Right? pOH equal to, so minus log to the base 10 5, minus log to the base 10 10 power minus 2. What is minus log to the base 10 5? Minus 0.68. That is plus 2. 1 point, that is pOH. But you want what? pH. pH plus pOH equal to 14 at room temperature of 25. Therefore, pH equal to what? 13.68. Now, see next question like that. pH of what? 0.005 m. H2SO4 solution. Already I said H2SO4 solution means what? Aqueous solution. H2SO4 ionized in the water gives 2H plus ions aqueous plus SO4 minus 2 aqueous. Now how many moles of OH minus ions will come across? 2 moles of H plus ions will come across. Therefore, normality of what? Normality of the H2SO4 solution is equal to molarity into a number of H plus ions of 2H plus ions. Now from that, so molarity is what? 5 into 10 power minus 2 into 2. That becomes what? 10 power minus 1, that is the normality of sulfuric acid. 5 into 10 power minus 2 into 2H plus ions. Now you get 10 power minus 1. Now from that, so pH is equal to, what you get? Minus log to the base 10 power minus 1. Because of H plus ions concentration 10 power minus 1. Now therefore pH is equal to minus 1 into minus log to the base 10 10. Log 10 value is what? 1. Minus 1 into minus 1, that is equal to plus 1. Therefore pH of the solution is what? Therefore the pH of the solution is plus 1. Tell me, Nana, pH of solution is how much? Plus 1. Simple logic. Chandrahasni, clear, Nana? MD Jain is clear. Kitna is clear what I am saying? Kitna MD Jain Chandrahasni is clear, Nana? Yes. Simple logic. Why the pH values are done in terms of normalities? Because H2SO4 dissolved in water is ionized and gives what? 2H plus ions like this. That's the reason. Right? Now see, find out pH of all are IPE very important 2 marks questions, Nana. These are very important 2 marks questions, Nana. Right? But these questions as this given, because these are all of the NCERT book questions, Telugu academic book questions. So the values given as this without changing the values. Barium hydroxide. Barium is a metal. That's why this is a basic nature of the solution. Now, when barium hydroxide, see, when barium hydroxide aqueous solution dissolve in water, you get what? Ba plus 2 aqueous plus 2 moles of what? 2 moles of the OH minus ion aqueous. Yes, from that what you get? From that you get normality of the barium hydroxide. Normality of the barium hydroxide aqueous solution is equal. Molarity given how much? 5 into 10 power minus 2 into number of the OH minus ions are what? Number of the OH minus ions are 2 OH minus ions. That is equal. Normality is what? 10 power minus 1. 10 power minus 1. From that we have to find out pOH. pOH is equal minus log to the base 10 power minus 1. Therefore pOH is equal to what? 1. But I am asking pH. Simple logic. At room temperature, what you know? pH plus pOH is equal to 14. At room temperature, therefore pH is equal to what you write? 14 minus pOH, that is equal to 14 minus 1, 13. pH 13 means what? More than 7 is basic nature. Easy, Nana. What nature? basic nature. 14 minus 1. 14 minus 1 is equal to what? 13. 13 means what? More than 7 is basic nature. Understood? But these questions, as it is given without changing the numericals, because it's IPE paper now, there are 3 academic questions as it is given. Calculate pH of 0.1 mHCl. Simple logic. HCl aqueous solution gives rise to what you get? H plus aqueous plus Cl minus aqueous. Now here how many moles of H plus ions you get? 1 mole. Therefore, normality of the HCl aqueous solution is equal. Molarity into number of H plus ions is 1. 10 power minus 1 into 1, that becomes what? 10 power minus 1. Now from that, what you get? pH of the HCl solution is equal minus log to the base 10, 10 power minus 1. So you get what? Minus 1 into minus log to the base 10, 10. S log 10 is what? 1. Minus 1 into minus 1, that is equal. pH of solution is what? Plus 1. What the pH of solution? Plus 1. Understood what I am saying? Clear now? Therefore, the pH of the aqueous solution. So the pH of the aqueous solution is what? You got plus 1. Simple logic, no confusion. Now, this is the one of the beautiful question. If your IPE paper was difficult, the given IPE paper after October 25th, the paper is difficult, will be difficult. This kind of the question definitely given. The paper was difficult. Calculate pH of 10 power minus say mHCl. First you know pH scale. H plus ions concentration. You write like this: 10 power minus 1, 10 power minus 7, 10 power minus 14. 10 power minus 1 to 10 power minus 7, they are called what? Acids. Understood? Yes. Then 10 power minus 7 to 10 power minus 14 are called what? Are bases. Understood what I am saying? Repeat on the pH scale. On the pH scale, H plus ion concentration will be 10 power minus 1 to 10 power minus 7, which are acids, right? On the pH scale, 10 power minus 7 to 10 power minus 14 are bases. Now what is given? 10 power minus 8. That means the value given here. 10 power minus 8 value given in the base or in the acid. 10 power minus 8 M is given. In the base is given. But HCl is a what? HCl is a hydrochloric acid. HCl itself is a acid, but that is given in the base. That's why this explains that HCl concentration, H plus ion concentration given in the base part of 10 power minus 8. Understood? But HCl is not a base. HCl is a hydrochloric acid. Right? That's why this explains that what? The given hydrochloric acid is very diluted one. The given hydrochloric acid, very diluted form. What am I saying? The given hydrochloric acid is very diluted form. That is the logic. Therefore, what I am saying, total H plus ions concentration. Tell me, total H plus ions concentration is equal to H plus ions from acid, H plus ions from HCl plus H plus ions from water. Tell me what I am saying, student. Total H plus ions concentration, therefore total H plus ions concentration is equal to H plus ions from HCl plus H plus ions from water. H plus ions from HCl is how much? 10 power minus 8. H plus ions from the water, 10 power minus 7 available. What is available? 10 power minus 7 available. Therefore, from that what to write now? Therefore, total H plus ions concentration is equal 10 power minus 8 from HCl, 10 power minus 7 of H plus ions from the water. How you write that? 0.1 into 10 power minus 7 plus 1 into 10 power minus 7. Who is the common factor? The common factor is 10 power minus 7. So from that, what you get? 0.1 plus 1, that is equal 1.1 into 10 power minus 7. So from that, we get pH of HCl, pH of diluted HCl is a diluted now. pH of the diluted HCl is equal minus log to the base 10. What is the H plus ions concentration? 1.1 into 10 power minus 7. Understood, students? Now from that you get minus log to the base 10 1.1, right? Minus log to the base 10 10 power minus 7. Now minus log to the base 1.1 value is 0.02, that is plus 7. The answer is what? 6.98. One of the beautiful things. 6.8 means what? pH is less than 7. So that is the acid. One of the excellent isological question. How do you know this is the diluted form of the HCl? Simple logic. Because here H plus ions concentration given 10 power minus 8. This 10 power minus 8 value is there in the base part. But hydrochloric acid is an acid. It is not the base student. That's why, therefore, the given HCl is a very diluted form. Given HCl is what? Very diluted form. Therefore, total H plus ions concentration is equal H plus ions from HCl 10 power minus 8 and H plus ions from what is 10 power minus 7. And you can do the total H plus concentration in terms of the pH of diluted acid. You get 6.98. What you got, students? 6.98. Simple logic, no confusion. Understood? Chandrahasni kitna? MD Jain. Nana, MD Jain. Understood, Nana? Kitna Chandrahasni MD Jain? Have any doubts? Please tell me. Clear what I am saying? If your paper is difficult, definitely this kind of the question is given. Sivamani. Understood, Sivamani? Yes? Right, Nana. And we go for the next question. So successfully this is completed. So this is the today's questions. So all the today's questions are successfully completed. Understood what I am saying? Now I am framing 2 marks questions, Nana. Now tell me your answers carefully for the 2 marks questions. For example, the question is given like this. From the equilibrium, so one more 2 marks question is there, Nana. Tell me, Gauri Shankar Reddy, what's your doubt, Reddy? Gauri Shankar, please tell me your doubt. Now I give one more 2 marks question. How the 2 marks question given from the equilibrium topic? Okay, right? A question is given like this. What is SD buffer? 2 marks question given like this, Nana. So what is SD buffer? Write 2 examples of SD buffer. 2 examples of SD buffers. Simple statement. So what is SD buffer, Nana? Buffer solution. Simple statement. Buffer solution prepared by, what I am saying? Buffer solution. Simple statement. Buffer solution prepared by a mixture of weak acid, and its salt of strong base. What I am saying, student? Buffer solution prepared by a mixture of the weak acid and its salt of the strong base. Salt of the strong base solution, you get SD buffer. So in the examination for 2 marks question, ask about 2 examples. Now regarding the 2 examples of that SD buffer, take the one of example. HF is a weak acid and salt of what? Strong base, NaF. Take the example of the formic acid. Formic acid is a weak acid and its salt of what? Strong base, potassium formate, right? See one more example. Acetic acid is a weak acid, right? And the salt of the strong base, CH3COO, like that. So 2 marks question, 1 or 2 marks question given like that. And see the next 2 marks question from the equilibrium topic. What is basic buffer? Tell me what I am saying. What is? Yes, Nana. So, yeah, Gauri Shankar, So you give the more thanks to the Roots Academy because the Ramarao sir is a very kindly-hearted person. So in this pandemic time, you give the free YouTube classes. Okay. Yes, Nana. Yes, Nana. This is one of the best aptitude coaching academy near to the JEE, Nana. But in the pandemic time, to motivate the students to much more beneficial to the students, so we give the free YouTube classes, right? But it's the one of nice institute for IIT Mains in Advance and NEET examination. Yes, Nana. What is basic buffer solution? What is basic buffer solution? Question given like this. Write two examples of basic buffers. Write two examples. Simple logic, Nana. Repeat once again. So what is basic buffer solution? Write two examples. Again write a simple statement. So how you prepare the basic buffer solution? Buffer solution. Yes, Nana. Buffer solution prepared. Buffer solution prepared by mixing. Buffer solution prepared by mixing of the weak base and its, what I am saying, students, buffer solution prepared by mixing of the weak base and its salt of strong acid. Tell me what I am saying. And it's salt of the what? And it's salt of the strong acid. Repeat the statement once again what I am saying. Buffer solution prepared by mixing of what? Mixing of the weak base and it's salt of what? And it's salt of the strong acid. Yes. Take the one of the example of that. Ammonium hydroxide is a weak base and it's salt of the strong acid. Ammonium chloride. Right, students? Zinc hydroxide is a weak base, right? And the salt of the strong acid, zinc chloride, right? Take the cupric hydroxide is a weak base. You ask a question, why are there weak bases? Because D block metals are the hard metals. So D block metals are the hard metals, they are the weak bases, right, Nana? So cupric hydroxide is the weak base and salt of what? Strong acid, carbon sulfate, like that. Just to write two examples enough. For IPE questions now. For IPE questions, 2 marks questions are enough. Right, Nana? Yes, yes. Understood what I am saying? So this is the statement of base buffer solution. Write two examples like this. From this equilibrium topic, so one more 2 marks question given like this. See, define law of mass action. One of the beautiful 2 marks question is missing from the list. But one of the beautiful question. Define law of mass action. One of the beautiful question. Simple statement. How you define the law of mass action? So simple statement. So law of mass action defined as rate of reaction. What I am saying? Rate of reaction directly proportional to. Tell me. Rate of reaction directly proportional to its active masses of, its what, students? Active masses of gaseous reactants are participated. Active masses of what? Gaseous reactants. Active masses of gaseous reactants are participated in the reaction. In the what, Nana? In the reaction. One of the beautiful statement. But most of the students, if this question given in the IPE 2 marks question, definitely the most students give the mistake this question because they have no perfect idea about law of mass action. The law of mass action is comes at derivation of equilibrium constant of the Kc, right? But most of the students definitely get the confusion about this question. What I am saying, Nana? Rate of the reaction directly proportional to what? Active masses of the gaseous reactants are participated. What is active mass? Active mass nothing but concentration of the gaseous species. Active mass nothing but what, Nana? Concentration of the gaseous species are participated. We take one simple reaction. X moles of the A gas plus Y moles of the B gas gives rise to Z moles of the C gas. Therefore, reaction rate proportional to what I am saying, active mass of the reactants participated. That means, so active mass of the reactant is A, number of moles rising as the powers of X, number of B is the reactant, number of moles rising as the powers like that, A power X, B power Y, to remove the proportionality. What I have said, to remove the proportionality what you write. Therefore, reaction rate is equal rate constant into A power X, B power Y. So, you write the statement like that and you write the equation like this and you got full marks. And you get what? Full marks for IPE, 2 marks out of the 2 marks, no doubt. That's why better to improve. If any reaction is there for the IPE 2 marks question, immediately you post that reaction in the exam paper. You post that reaction in the exam paper. Now, in the 10 questions of that IPE 2 marks, the examiner is highly impressed. Now the 4 marks and 8 marks are overlooked by the examiner and you get 60 out of 60 in first year, very easy regarding chemistry. Now, Nana, so this is your today's IPE revision and tomorrow we come with the new topic of organic chemistry. So, now in the explanation of the IPE board, as per the blueprint, atomic structure completed, periodic classification completed, chemical bonding is completed, chemical equilibrium completed, ion equilibrium completed. Totally 5 topics are completed. Totally how many complete, Nana? 5 topics, right? MD Jain, Gauri Shankar, Chandrahasni, Kitna. Clear, Nana, what I am saying? Yes. And tomorrow we come with the new topic of the organic chemistry. Thank you very much. Good night.